Good morning. Okay, so I worked on my orange sweater a lot this weekend, and I finished the first skein of yarn. So this is the sweater. This is where that one marker is from. Like, this is where I had started last week knitting, and that's how much has been done. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, I think. I don't think we need it. All right, so I took that out. Also, I recently got these little sheep stoppers for my needles. They're so cute. So that'll help stitches not slide off of my needles. All right, so this is the front of my sweater. It's looking pretty good. I like it. I pulled out my Swift and winder for my yarn because I needed to finish winding up my yarn. So, alright. So I wound up these two last night, and I have one more that I need to wind up. Okay, so this is not aesthetically pleasing, but my table has a rounded edge, which means and the clamp to my Swift will not clamp to it. So I have this piece of wood that isn't very pretty that I have it clamped onto. And then I have some weights to make sure the board doesn't move around. But this is how I have to troubleshoot using it. Alright, so now I'm going to wind up my last thing of yarn. Let's make this go up. Alright, my last yarn is wound up. Now I'm going to put this away. Alright, it is currently Wednesday, November 8th, and I really want to finish up my last autumn project, which is a sweater I started. It looks like this. Anyways, so I finished my first cake of yarn for the body. The body is like this long after the first cake. And instead of finishing the body, I don't know if you have this issue, but when I knit a sweater, I love doing the yoke. I love starting a sweater. I love splitting for sleeves. And I'm fine with doing the body, but once I get to the sleeves, it's like, do I even want to finish this? So When I ran out of that first cake of yarn, the first cake of yarn of this yarn, I decided that instead of continuing on the body, I will do that last, and I'll first do the sleeves. So this is how much of the first sleeve I have done. Let's see. This is the underarm. This is, oh, okay. So this is how much I have done, and I'm just gonna work on the sleeve. I don't even know how I want to end the sleeve. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. So I'm gonna have to decide how I want the cuff to look, but for now I'm just kind of knitting the main part of the sleeve. All right, good morning. It is Friday right now at like 6:30 about, and I almost gave up on this sweater project. I was so frustrated. So when I ran out of the yarn for the body, I decided to just start up the next cake on sleeves. So I did manage to finish this sleeve yesterday, which I'm super excited about. But when I was working on this sleeve, one of the needles on my cable came unattached from the cord that was holding the body stitches on. So these are interchangeable needles, so you screw the size of needle you want on the cable that you want. And sometimes, if you don't tighten them enough, they can come unscrewed and stitches can come off. And a bunch of stitches came off. Like a bunch of stitches came off while I was working on the sleeve, and I don't think I noticed it right away. I think it had been like that for a little bit. And it took me like over an hour to pick the stitches back up. I think it was more like 2 hours. And I almost gave up several times and just like, I was like, I don't know if I even want to finish this project anymore. But I've gotten quite far in it, and I really want an orange sweater with this yarn. I love how this yarn looks, so I pushed through. I picked all the stitches back up. I made sure the needles were tightened on the cord, on the cable again, really well. And it's fixed, and I'm going to continue on with it. So I did finish one sleeve, and it's looking so cute. This is going to be such a cute sweater. And so it took me 2 days to knit this sleeve. I don't know why, but sleeves take forever, and they're like my least favorite part of knitting something. I like casting on a sweater. I like working on the yoke. I like splitting for sleeves. And I like working on the body, but for some reason the sleeves, I just don't like knitting sleeves. So that's why I decided to knit them before I finish the body. That way we'll end on knitting the rest of the body. But I finished one sleeve. I picked up the stitches for the second sleeve last night before bed, and we're like, I'm about 2 inches into that sleeve. It's pretty good. So I'm just knitting on the sleeve today. And I'm hoping I at least finish the sleeve over the weekend. That would be good. And then we can work on the body. So that's where I am this morning. I'm just going to work on knitting the sleeve now. Hello, it is currently Saturday, and last night we were playing a board game called Ark Nova, where you basically are building a zoo. And so when it wasn't my turn, I was knitting, And I finished the sleeves. So now I'm just on the body, and my sweater is super close to being finished now. So now, later today we are going to go to a barbecue, and I think I'm going to bring my knitting with me so that I can work on knitting the body while I'm there, and we will make more progress on this sweater. Good morning. So it is Tuesday, November 14th now, and yesterday I did not work on knitting. I was cleaning. I spent the day just cleaning, dusting shelves, kind of tidying up bookshelves and stuff. But anyways, today I'm gonna get back to knitting. I'm this far into the body of the sweater, so this is the underarm. So I did knit quite a bit on it this weekend. But I'm gonna get knitting. I might have knit just a little bit. I think I did like just a couple rows. I put this progress keeper that I got from the ChemKnits Hanukkah yarn sampler, and so I'm using that to keep my progress. I think I might have done just like maybe 3 rows, but not much at all. Like yesterday was all cleaning, and then this morning I cleaned all of the litter boxes. So I've been doing a lot of cleaning lately, just trying to get things a little more organized than they had been. Alright, but I'm going to get started on knitting now. This is my third cake of yarn that I'm using on this project. And that's where I am right now. Good morning! Today is November 18th. It's Saturday, and last night I finished my sweater, my orange sweater. The sleeves are a little short, but I have not blocked this sweater, and I think maybe I could stretch the sleeves a bit if I do that. But it's really comfy and cozy, and I love the color. I love the little eyelets. They turned out so cute. These eyelets are super cute. This would be really cute for an all-over sweater design, just doing the eyelets through the whole thing. But it's super cute. I like it. Alright, so this is going to be it for this video, and now I'm going to be able to start working on my Christmas sweater, which I'm super excited about. If you don't know, I'm going to work on the Montmartre sweater. That might be how you say it, I'm not positive. But it has puff sleeves, it looks Victorian, and I am going to do all of the color work random I'm putting a bunch of different Christmassy themed colors in a bag or a box or something, and then whichever color we pick at random is what's going to be the next stripe in the sweater. So I'm excited to start that. I think it's going to be really fun, and it has elements of surprise just because you're not planning out the stripe colors. You're just picking. I'm picking it at random, and then that'll be the stripe I use. Alright, so this is going to be it for this video. My throat is kind of dry. I just woke up and I finished weaving in the ends for this. So that's it for now. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye!